Hey guys, what's up? Lex here. Today I have something pretty exciting to share with you. At least I think it's exciting. It's still sports related, it's still gaming related, but lately I've been getting into tabletop games. Pretty much any game where you roll some dice and a random outcome occurs. I really want to get into Stratomatic, but that's a little bit further down the line. I decided to buy a starter set from Filsinger Games, and this is the Legends of Wrestling starter set. It's a card game where each of the cards is a different wrestler and they have different stats, and you roll to see who does what and you watch the match play out. It sounds pretty cool. I'm also going to try to demonstrate a match for you after we unbox and look at all these cards. I'm excited to get this thing open though, so let's go ahead and unbox this. Here we go. We have the box that the starter set was set in. I'm just going to be really careful about this because I don't want to cut anything inside. We open this up here. Very thankful that they packaged it in a box like this. I was afraid they were going to try to shove it in an envelope, but no. And it seems the postage on it is actually more than the shipping I paid, so that's nice of them to do. So here we go. We have our Legends of Wrestling card game, and this is the box. This is the original box. Now, first and foremost, before we open the box, I just want to say that I love this packaging. I think it's incredible. In fact, so incredible that I plan to hang it up on the wall, and it has a thing that you can fold right here that you can hang on a peg or whatever. So that is really cool. But if we look at the cover here, we got Legends of Wrestling card game featuring wrestling's all-time greatest stars, introductory 1 or 2 player game. So this can be a multiplayer game if you want it to be. It says championship bouts scheduled tonight, and then it shows Hawk and Animal, the Road Warriors. We have the incredible Nature Boy Buddy Rogers. If you've never seen Nature Boy Buddy Rogers wrestle, please go do that because he's just incredible. Jimmy Snuka, won't say much about him. King Kong Bundy there, yeah. Including Harley Race, Bobo Brazil, Nick Bockwinkel, Frank Gotch, Ted DiBiase, and many more. Ages 10 to adult, 1 or 2 player game. Gorgeous George with Sherry Dupree. And then we have just the logo of Legends of Wrestling on there. If we look on the back, let's I'm going to fold this in here because I'll be hanging this up on the wall. We have Legends of Wrestling are here. Here's the chance to run your own wrestling federation. You'll be able to schedule classic matches pitting Jimmy Snuka against Nature Boy Buddy Rogers or the Road Warriors against the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov. How about Ox Baker versus the Sandman in a cage match? That would definitely be interesting. Or Nick Bockwinkel versus Ted DiBiase in a Texas death match. It's your call. You're the promoter and booker, and you'll have the greatest wrestling roster in history at your fingertips. So we see some pictures of Ox Baker, Bobo Brazil, Nick Bockwinkel, and Harley Race there on the back. Game includes 24 Legends playing cards, wrestling program handbook, wrestling action charts, basic and advanced rules book, and 2 dice. And then there's a picture of Ted DiBiase, Nikolai Volkov, and Tom Filsinger, the creator of this game. So Legends of Wrestling is basically an offshoot of the Champions of the Galaxy game, which is like wrestlers in space in the future type of thing. So they actually brought it into the real world with the Legends set, and now they make modern wrestlers on indie promotions as well. This was created, copyrighted in 2001-2002, so this is pretty old. Now, as I open this, I want to say that these cards are going to be in black and white. The cards released currently from Filsinger Games, like the new cards that come out, are all in color, pretty much. So just keep that in mind. We're going to take all this out, see what we get here. Okay, we'll put this to the side. And actually, we're going to put this to the side as well. So what you get right here, you get 2 dice, a red one and a blue one. These are tiny. They are so small. In fact, let me push this to the side here, and let me get some regular size. Okay, so here are some regular sized dice compared to the Filsinger Games dice. Isn't that incredible? They're so tiny. They're smaller than my thumbnail. But also I like them because I feel like they roll more. Like if I roll that, they get a better roll than that, I feel. So that's really cool. I really like these dice, but also probably pretty easy to lose. So make sure you keep an eye on those. We have a Champions of the Galaxy 1986 to 2016 flyer here, basically promoting that series. On the back, Best of Filsinger Games, 16 cards only, $15. So it's kind of like a variety pack. And then it just shows all the promotions that they have a partnership with and all that kind of stuff. So really cool. So down here, I mean, these are what the color cards look like, and they're really well done. I definitely want to get some of those. But I wanted to start with the starter pack. So before we get to the cards that they gave us, let's look at this. So this is the official program here for Legends of Wrestling. And basically what this is like, it is like a program. It goes through and it tells you about all the cards that you got. It gives a bio on each one of them. And it's just really cool. I will definitely be reading through this here soon. And then it even has like a setup card already for you, where for the heavyweight title, Frank Gotch versus Harley Race. So very interesting. It mentions some of the matches on the box. So we'll put that to the side. Here you have the game instructions. In the game instructions, you get your charts. So these are all kind of instances in the game where maybe you'll be thrown into the ropes, and then you go to your rope chart and you'll roll depending on your wrestler's rating and see what it gets. Into the turnbuckle, there's a feud table, choice situations, out of the ring, death jump, outside interference, and pin saves. So I need to learn about all of this. I know nothing really about it besides just the basic thing. And here are the game instructions. They give you a nice glossy booklet here, just kind of going over all the different matches and how to play the game. Okay, so now let's get into the cards. All right, first I want to look at these. These are like freebies from what I've seen other people say. Basically, these cards right here, let me make sure that you can see these okay, that they got good enough lighting. These cards are just throw-ins, which is very nice of Filsinger Games to do. So the first one we have here, ooh, I like the next one we have. This is Invincible Kraken, and so this is a Champions of the Galaxy card. What I mentioned earlier, the wrestling in space in the future type of thing. This is from that set. I don't personally look to get into that, but it's nice to have a color card now because most of these are black and white. But I just like the art on these. It's really cool. So there's that. Then the next card we have here is the Hot Rod Roddy Piper, which is awesome. Ooh, nice card there too. So if we look on the back, Roddy Piper, it gives his level 1, level 2, and level 3 offense, and the same for defense. And then his ratings down here. Very awesome to get a Piper card here. And this is from apparently 2013. So I'll have to look up and do some research on this Piper card and see exactly where this is from, what set this is from, or if it was just on its own. So that's awesome. And then we have here a Tyler Black card, aka Seth Rollins. But this is obviously when he was not with WWE. Well, actually, it's 2013, so maybe he was with WWE at that time. In fact, I'm pretty sure he was. But this is a Ring of Honor card. So Tyler Black, and then it gives his stats here too, and it puts the company logo there. 6'1", 209 pounds from Davenport, Iowa. Pretty cool art. Yeah. Not the greatest, not the worst. I mean, it does the job basically, but still really cool to have that. Thank you to Filsinger Games for the awesome throw-ins that they do. They seem to do with every order that I've seen. So let's get on to the main event here. The cards from the Legends of Wrestling starter set. All right. So the first card we have here is Ox Baker. And you can see pretty nice black background there. Nicely done on the artwork. Again, I won't go over all their ratings right now because, again, I don't know what a lot of these ratings do exactly. But it gives their little information there. And that's Ox Baker. Now, I will say, just as a warning, these older cards are on a card stock that is pretty flimsy, okay? It's not great. I will say that. You will need protection for these cards if you want to keep them in good shape. These cards, though, are on pretty heavy card stock. They're built to last. They're obviously in color and much better designs. But these older cards, I mean, you kind of, I don't know, it kind of goes with the theme, if you know what I mean. Like, these are older cards of, older wrestlers, so it kind of makes sense. I do wish it was on sturdier cardstock, but this set was only $15. I forgot to mention that. $15 for this set, $3 for shipping. So these sets are more like, $25 to $27, depending on how big of a set you get. So there's Ox Baker. Moving on, we have Red Bastien right there from Minneapolis, Minnesota. The Man, Nick Bockwinkel. Pretty basic art, And you got the bio on the back there. We have Bobo Brazil. Very cool card of the Destroyer. With that black. I like the cards with the black backgrounds. I don't want them all to be black, but I do like the contrast there. It's really cool. Destroyer, obviously, a very important wrestler to history. Ted DiBiase in his $1 Million Man suit. I'm kind of disappointed in this one because I would rather have him in his Mid-South Wrestling phase. But this is alright. He's got his little money signs on his suit and everything. Next we have Giant Baba. Just kind of a portrait of him. Here we have Gorgeous George. Oh, my cat is knocking over the camera. Up next, Frank Gotch from Humboldt, Iowa. So there's one of the classic grapplers there. Iron Sheik. I won't say anything that Iron Sheik says. Killer Kowalski. Very nice throwback card here. King Kong Bundy. I'll say the art on this card is really bad. It's not good. So, but I do like that they got over his girth. It's very nice to have, but the art is not great. Here we have a Harley Race. He's got the black background with the NWA World's Heavyweight title around his waist, which is very cool. Next up, we have Animal. And to go along with him, we have Hawk. So there's a nice tag team for you. Next up, the Man, Buddy Rogers. Again, art is kind of iffy, but it's alright. Playboy Buddy Rose from Las Vegas, Nevada. Underrated wrestler there. The Sandman, which is probably the biggest outcast of this set so far. Here, certainly a character. Definitely be interesting to put Sandman up against a lot of these guys. We have Jimmy Snuka here. Eyes are kind of wonky there. We have Jimmy Valiant. And to go with him, Johnny Valiant. So another nice tag team for you. We have Greg the Hammer Valentine. And this is actually probably one of the best cards in this set as far as the artwork goes. I love the robe being in black, and he has a nice profile. Very cool card. And we have Johnny Valentine up next. So we have Greg and Johnny. And then finally, we have Nikolai Volkov, which, weirdly enough, it kind of looks like a mix of Nikolai and Ivan. Yeah, that's interesting. I guess the chin and the hair is throwing me off here. But yeah, good Russian heel if you need them. There's that. And there you go. There are all the cards in the Legends of Wrestling card game starter set, the original one. And then you got we got these 3 cards here. What is his name again? Something Kraken, Invincible Kraken from Champions of the Galaxy, Hot Rod, Roddy Piper, and Seth Rollins. I think of all these cards, in terms of my favorite, it's probably the Roddy card. It's in black and white, but it's got the nicer card stock to it. It's not as nice as like the Seth Rollins one, excuse me. But it's got the old school style. Like these are the same here. It's got the old school style, but it's also on nicer paper. So that's very cool there. I will keep Seth Rollins and Invincible Kraken separate from this deck here. And next we will actually play a match and see how this plays out. But first, I got to go read up on the rules, so I will be back with a match in just a moment. Alright, so here we are. I've decided to do a match between the Sandman and Tyler Black. And today we're just going to be doing the basic rules. There are advanced rules, but we won't get into those yet. I haven't read up on them yet. And I just want to get the basic understanding of this game out to people who are interested in possibly picking it up. So first and foremost, we have Sandman, who's going to be the blue, and Tyler Black, who's going to be the red. The reason that I picked Tyler Black to be in this match is because I plan on doing a tournament with the Legends roster, and I don't want to kind of sim a match, I guess. I don't know if you'd say sim. I guess you would. Simulate a match between any of them yet. So we're going to use a newer guy with, well, you know, a mid-90s kind of guy. Okay, so first things first, we're going to flip these guys over, and they're going to have their charts here. The Sandman, obviously from an older pack. Tyler Black from a newer pack. They have a different design, but they're basically the same thing. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to roll the dice to see who goes first. So we'll roll both dice. Sandman got a 6. Tyler Black got a 1. Highest goes first, so Sandman is on offense first. We roll his dice. He gets a 2. You start out on level 1 offense. A 2 for Sandman is a reverse chin lock with a 1 after it, which means you would then go to Tyler Black's level 1 defense and roll for him and see what it is. And it's a 1, which is dazed. Okay, so the dazed has a 1 after it, which means that you would then keep Sandman on offense, and he would roll another level 1, offense. So here we go. Sandman rolled a 5 on level 1. That's a body slam, level 2. So then we go to Tyler Black's level 2. And he got a 3 on level 2, which means he's hurt. And Sandman will continue offense on level 3. So Sandman is kind of all on offense so far. He got a 2 on level 2, which is a flying elbow. And it tells us to check Tyler Black's level 2. He got a 5, and it says his name here, and a 2. Now what that means is that he has countered the move, and he will start his offense on level 2. So he got a 3 on level 2, which means into the turnbuckle. So since he threw Sandman into the turnbuckle, we need to go to the turnbuckle chart. I'm glad this happened, so we can go to this. So we've got our into the turnbuckle chart here. Now what happens is Tyler Black doesn't roll, Sandman rolls, because he's the one being thrown into the turnbuckle. And we look at his turnbuckle rating, which is a B. So we're going to be looking on the rating B chart. We're going to roll 2 dice, and whatever the value is, we're going to do whatever it says to do on that outcome. Okay, so he got a 7. His for 7 on a B rating is you are smashed by a big kick and the opponent, opponent rolls on level 2 offense. So Tyler Black throws him into the ropes. He runs after him and hits a big kick in the corner, and Tyler Black will continue rolling on level 2 offense. He rolls a 1, which is a standing shooting star press. That's Sandman's level 2 defense. And Sandman is dazed, but it's got a 1, so Tyler Black will roll on level 1 offense. And excuse the airplane overhead. I live close to an airport. So we rolled a level 5 on offense 1. That is a corner clothesline. We'll check Sandman's level 2 defense. It's a 2. He is down. And level 3 offense is what Tyler Black now rolls on. So we're getting close to the end of this one, folks. He rolls a 2, which is a paroxysm. I don't know what that is. Paroxysm. That's a 3. So we're going to check Sandman's level 3 defense. That's a 6. He's hurt. And that goes back to level 2 offense for Tyler Black. He rolls a 6. That's a super kick. We're checking Sandman's level 3 defense. He rolls a 3. Hurt 2. So we go back to level 2 offense for Tyler Black. A 4 is an Inzaguri. We're checking level 3 defense for Sandman. Rolled a 1, hurt, back to level 2 offense for Tyler Black. And you can see, like, as you go on, you can write this down and kind of form a match and everything like that. As we go now, it's just kind of rolling. He hits another super kick. So we're checking level 3. He keeps hitting Sandman with these super kicks, which is not unlike Tyler Black, that's for sure. He rolled a 6 on level 3, level 3 defense, which means we go back to level 2 offense for Tyler Black. He rolls a 4. That's an Inzaguri. Go back to level 3 defense to check. Again, hurt, level 2. So he's hit super kick. Inzaguri, he is just smashing his foot into the head of the Sandman. Sandman's loopy now. And another standing shooting star press for Tyler Black, which we will check level 2 defense for the Sandman. And that's a dazed 1, so we'll go back to level 1 offense for Tyler Black. He gets a 3, which is a quick roll-up. Okay, so now we have a chance for a pin. Okay, no, I was mistaken. What we need to do here, it's a move. It's not an actual pin. Even though it says quick roll-up, it is a pin. So we have to check Sandman's level 2 defense here. That's a 3. Sandman, he reverses it. He counters the move, and finally, Sandman is back on offense. He rolls a 1 on level 1 offense. That's a thumb to the eye. We'll check Tyler Black's level 1 defense. That's a 5. Tyler Black counters the move. He grabs his hand as he tries to thumb him in the eye. And we'll roll on Tyler Black's level 2 offense here. That's a 3. He sends Sandman back into the turnbuckle. We'll get out our turnbuckle chart again. And we need to check his turnbuckle rating. It's a B. Roll 2 dice here. Oops, rolled 1 off. We'll roll that again. He got a 4, which is this. You bounce forward off the turnbuckle and catch the charging opponent with a skull-splitting running lariat. He goes down hard. Opponent rolls on level 3 defense now. Okay, so Tyler Black sent him into the turnbuckle. Sandman bounced off the turnbuckle and charged back at him with a running lariat. So now we will roll on Tyler Black's level 3 defense. He got a 4. He is hurt. That's a 2. Sandman going to roll on level 2 offense. That's a Heineken Rana for the Sandman. We're going to roll on level 3 defense for Tyler Black. That is a 3 back to Sandman on level 2. That's a 5. White Russian leg sweep. That's going to be a level 3 defense roll for Tyler Black. He is down, which means we've got level 3 offense for Sandman. Okay, so we got a new chart now. Sandman sends Tyler Black out of the ring. So here we go. Okay, so now we're looking at Tyler Black's ring rating. That's a B. So we're going to look on our chart here. B rating. And we're going to roll both dice. And we get a 10. We're going to go all the way down to 10 here. For B rating out of the ring, the opponent comes out of the ring and tries to hit you with an object like a steel chair. The referee comes out and warns him to stop, but he pushes the referee aside and continues. Opponent rolls disqualification. If there is no disqualification, the opponent throws you back into the ring and goes for the kill. Opponent rolls on level 3 offense. Okay, so now what's going to happen is we're going to check Sandman's disqualification rating, which is a 6. If we roll both dice and the roll is under 6 or under, then he will be disqualified. If it's 7 or over, he will be all right. So here we go. And it is a 4. So Sandman has been disqualified after attacking Tyler Black with a chair relentlessly. So this match ends on a pretty appropriate note as the Sandman is disqualified. Tyler Black is the winner of this match. As you can see, if you don't try to put a narrative to it, it can kind of just be move after move after move. But if you do try to put a narrative to it, or if you're playing someone else, the game can be a lot of fun. I would probably, if I were simulating matches, I would either have to record it like this, or I would have to get out a notepad and just write down what happens in the match. So it's those are the basic rules. There's an advanced set which you can get more in depth with. But for now, that's kind of the gist of the Legends of Wrestling card game. I think it's really cool. I'll be buying more of these guys after I run through a tournament and all that kind of stuff with these. I love the small dice. The charts and everything are really well made. I love these charts. They're excellent. And you get a lot of supplies. I got all these cards. I think total was like 27 cards, plus all the charts and information and instruction booklets for $15, $3 shipping, so $18 overall. I think that's a pretty solid deal. Again, my biggest complaint would probably be that the cards for the Legends are only slightly better than regular paper, printer paper. They're not nice, glossy cardstock, and they're not cardstock like this one either. These might even be similar, but this one's a little bit more flimsy, it seems, than this one. But overall, I really like this, and I plan to bring more stuff to you guys about tabletop gaming, especially when it comes to Stratomatic Baseball, when I finally get that, and some more wrestling cards. Let me know what you guys think of this tabletop wrestling card game. I definitely wanted to do my own video on it because a lot of the videos out there that are up on YouTube for this card game are either really bad quality or they kind of rush through it. And I just wanted to do a nice long episode of this very cool thing that I'm into right now. And let me know if you guys have ever gotten these cards before, or if you now plan on getting these cards from Filsinger Games. Of course, Filsinger Games' website is filsingergames.com, and you can get what you need to from there. That's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging around and watching me play this game. And until next time, I will see you guys later.